Speak up, speak out, express yourself, say what you have to say. This is Ricky Chadha from Astro Hero channel. You know, we are always under tremendous pressure, maybe to conform to our parents or the teachers, friends, maybe husband or wife. You are unable to express yourself to your children, unable to face your boss. Everyone, each one has got some expectation from you. And you are a good boy, a very quiet student. You don't back answer. You are a good buddy. You are an ideal man, a perfect husband or a perfect worker. Maybe you are the best dad. That's a lot of work, my dear. That's a lot of work. But then, all of this that I just mentioned, I want to ask you a question. Who are you? Have you ever asked the question, who am I? Who is the real you? You know, all these things that I've just mentioned boils down to one thing, that you are hiding your own identity. You don't have a say. You know, another problem happens when others' expectation, other people's problem, you pay too much of attention to that. And you are so scared, you are always scared to hurt someone's feeling. You think, I will ruin my health by doing work for him or her. And maybe one day he or she will understand how much I have given up. Or maybe else you feel that you are stronger and can afford to overdo things, and others will keep on taking the advantage. Believe me, that's the fact. Also, there is a possibility that maybe others are really caring for you, they do love you, but you don't realize how much you have tired yourself working non-stop. Just because you feel you are so perfect at hiding yourself. You never speak out. You never say a word. You work like a robot. Then I think you should learn to speak. Now, why did I all this long story? What do you mean by whatever I said? See, astrologically also, there are some combinations, there are some ascendants, there are some placements of planet that will give you this story. It will talk about the personality I have just spoken about. And I read someone's article in which the person says that he encountered, as a counselor, he encountered a woman who had done maybe she's done a doctorate or whatever it is. She works for 6 days a week. She also cooks food at home, takes good care of the children. She's a good, and the parents also. she is so much dedicated. She does puja and she does all that religious activities also, and on a regular basis. Even as a child, she says that she was very obedient child. She was good at studies and good at craft and art and so on. So, to look at this person, people would always say, "Oh, she is an ideal personality. I'm impressed. She has inspired me." From outside, this is the picture. But if you look at the lady from inside, she was so much stressed to a point of breaking down, unable to express herself. Now, this article says that when her horoscope was analyzed, there were few things that came out of that horoscope. It showed that her ascendant, the Lagna, was Libra. In her horoscope, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter, all the three planets were retrograde. Mercury was very close to Sun, so combust. The true nodes were in direct motion. Now, to add to this, her horoscope also had Venus being the ascendant, she's a Libra ascendant. So, Venus being the ascendant lord was along with Ketu. So, a conjunction of the Lagnesh with Ketu. And that too in the fifth house. So, let us analyze it, how it all happened. Why this lady from outside the world looks at her and says, "Oh wow, she is an ideal wife or the best of the mother. She's the best child," I would say. But from inside, she's completely shattered. See, Libra ascendant is a very typical personality, because if you have an ascendant as Libra, outwardly you are very balanced. You like beauty, you like politeness, you are a good company, you are very fair and just with people. But internally, you are always into a free fall. And your back is always aching with so much of load that you carry. You provide support to almost everyone that you are into contact with or they are into contact with. You are an extremely understanding and a sensible person. So, whenever a support is needed, you always go forward and you support people. No one really believes you. So, when you need support, you seldom get support, and you desperately need a physical support to your body, because at one point of time your body is completely, like, your spine is just bent like anything. Also, if you search or if you look into a horoscope, you will always find retrograde planets. Maybe one or two retrograde planets, which is normal, which is usual. But three planets, leave Rahu and Ketu away. Three planets, if it is retrograde, which is a very rare thing. But what happens? This becomes a very interesting observation. For example, now we spoke in this lady's case, Saturn was retrograde, Jupiter was retrograde, and Mars was retrograde. Right? If Saturn is retrograde in your chart, will make you work and work and work, non-stop work for you, despite being well off. Not that you need to work, you have got everything, but you will still keep on working. Whether it is an office or maybe at home or maybe at both places. Then second, retrograde Jupiter. Now whenever Jupiter is retrograde, will make a person, yes, very religious, but you will not get the result of your puja, the part, or whatever you do. You will be directionless spiritually, or you may be a follower of a very offbeat philosophies in life. So, the result of your puja, if your expectation out of your pujas are certainly not giving you any fruits. Then come Mars. Mars being retrograde in someone's chart. I'm talking about the three planets which is retrograde. I'm talking about Mars now. If the Mars is retrograde, is one of the saddest possible combination in anyone's chart. As an expression of the will is nil. Such a person just cannot say a no to anyone. He or she is a very silent worker without any recognition. You just like a slave. Now in this lady's chart, Mercury was very close to Sun, less than a degree, so combust. Right? Now what happens when Mercury gets combust? The power of Mercury is completely burnt out. So she, or in case if it is in your chart, I would say he or she, was unable to communicate, especially when talking about yourself or herself in that case. You may develop a slight stammer in your speech. You will stammer. And you may not find the right word at the right time. And this is very painful. Then you realize, oh, I should have said this, I should have said this, I should have said this. Okay. This is what happens. Now, talking about that Venus, the Lagna Lord in the 5th house with Ketu, what it did to this particular lady. Internally, she was completely disengaged because Ketu is a planet of disengagement, aloofness, isolation. So, Venus being with Ketu, internally she was completely disconnected from all her relationship. Zero understanding of her own self. Lagna, your personality is with Ketu. You're completely confused. Emotions, so you do not know yourself, you are unable to understand your emotions, and you are physically hurt. Ketu is always a pretender. So it will take up the personality of other, what they want. Anyone who is expecting something from you will definitely get it because you are always ready to serve. Ketu will also change the personality to suit whatever is demanded. So, superficially, I'm using the word superficially, she was an ideal mother, she was a good student, good wife, but she was unaware of her own self. She had no identity. So, to conclude this video, please understand, if I am going to advise you something, the advice is also for me, because I am giving you whatever I have spoken about this lady, which I have just kept as a parable. I'm talking about myself. Okay. So now you need to speak up, express yourself, whatever is there in your heart. Do not wait till emotion, stress reaches to a point that the physical body will start getting damaged. If you are unaware of what you want or cannot express in words, put a simple intention. If you cannot express, put a simple intention to the universe. Universe is your best friend. It works like a parent. You are the child of the universe. And what you need to do, what you have to say, I will receive what I need in my life. You'll say, I will receive what I need in my life. Health and happiness on all levels. Repeat this affirmation at least one day or once a day for 21 days continuously. It works. It worked for me. Take good care of yourself. Thank you so much.